Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94 here, back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to the dude that be making them 2K videos. Apparently, he was reaching for the sky on that last video. That's all I said. It was like, these were reaches. These ain't even like things. These ain't even like, he's not really, these aren't forgettable things. Like, people remember these. And I can't not believe how many dislikes I got on that video. I didn't know this nigga had dick riders like that. It's crazy, bro. The dick, you know what it really is. It ain't, I don't even think it was dick riders. You know what? You want to know what I really think it was?
They put on your sandwich too much goddamn mayonnaise.
That's what I think it was. I think it was.
They put on your sandwich too much goddamn mayonnaise.
I think it was too much goddamn mayonnaise over here trying to tell me you're not even going to link his video. No, I don't link nobody's videos. What gives him the special privilege? Because he's.
They put on your sandwich too much goddamn mayonnaise.
I don't do that for nobody. I don't link nobody's videos. Like, I copy and paste the title, put it directly here, and then you can literally copy and paste the title and go find it yourself. I literally put reaction at the end. That lets you know that I'm not taking his video. It's a complete reaction. I don't even use the same thumbnail. I use my own thumbnail, or I just let something from the video be on there with my face right here showing you that, hey, this is a reaction video, not the official video. But then again, I think y'all be watching people reactions and then y'all get mad. I cannot believe how many dislikes I got on that last video, bro, because I just stated my. That's crazy, bro. Y'all niggas is so sensitive over here.
They put on your sandwich too much goddamn mayonnaise.
That's what I'm coming to the realization, bro. The mayonnaise is so weak, so fickle. All the mayonnaise, the tuna, the Mountain Dew, the NASCAR. Oh, y'all niggas are so pathetic.
They put on your sandwich too much goddamn mayonnaise.
And you can't do shit about it. Goddamn mayonnaise. So no, that's why nobody don't like y'all now. That's exactly why nobody don't like y'all now.
They put on your sandwich too much goddamn mayonnaise.
But we trying to fuck y'all bitches though, for sure. The fine ones, at least. Well, fuck you fine ass bitches. Yeah, once they go black, they never go back.
They put on your sandwich too much goddamn mayonnaise.
I think it's time, my brothers. I think it's time we start being the Mandingo warriors that they women lust for us to be. And once they go black, they never coming back. They them niggas over there with the fat ugly bitches and shit.
They put on your sandwich too much goddamn mayonnaise.
But anyways, though, let's get right into this video, man. I can't believe y'all niggas disliked the fuck out that last video because I stated things that were true. Like, none of these things were for, like, half of the things in the video, like, not even half. A good chunk of things in that video weren't forgettable. 2K just doesn't do them no more. And I'm gonna stand on what I said. I don't backtrack for what I say. I always double down on what I say. Y'all not gonna get me. Y'all not gonna get me. I'm not gonna do what the white man want me to do. White man want you to apologize. White men feel like you step out of pocket, you have to apologize. No, fuck that. I ain't gotta do shit. Only thing I gotta do is continue being me on this bitch. Black man, that's the problem. Black men already be fucking apologizing for shit. You say some real shit, then you apologize for. Fuck out of here. But anyways, I don't want to make this a racist rant, but it is what it is.
They put on your sandwich too much goddamn mayonnaise.
Over the years, 2K has had a lot of cheesy players, whether it was Steve Novak spamming threes, Josh Smith dunking on the whole team, or dribbling people to death with Jamal Crawford. In 2K, we've seen a lot of cheesy players, and most of them weren't even above a 90 overall. And today, we're looking at 10 players that 2K made way too cheesy.
Listen, I can't expect you to understand the game because you never played the game.
Number 10.
At number 10, we have Simbular. Simbular was one of the funniest forms of cheese we've ever had in 2K. He wasn't a high overall, he wasn't athletic, and he barely even played in real life, but he was also 7'5" and 300 pounds. And
I hated playing against him in 2K16, especially when I made me a center and you couldn't make a center past 7'3", bro. You couldn't make a center past 7'3", you had to deal with this motherfucker. Bro, the only thing I could do was just post fade on this nigga. I couldn't get no dunks, nothing. If I did any type of thing to try to get buckets, he would send my shit back, bro. He was definitely one of them OP players, and he was only a 69 overall or 58 overall, I believe. I believe in the game on Sacramento Kings, in the game he was 50 overall, but on my team, he was a 69. But I think he was lower on the actual game.
That alone just made this man so cheap. You didn't need fancy animations or badges. If he got the ball in the post, you might as well just put the controller down, because there was no stopping him. He grabbed rebounds over everyone, finished almost everything inside, and because of his size, it was so hard to even get a shot over this man, because he was blocking almost everything you tried to put.
You had to post fade him.
Was so big that
you had to post fade him. That's the only thing you could do on 2K16 was post fade him. Just back him down, post him up. Make sure you got post fade 4. Post fade 4 gets you a lot of space. So if you do the post fade 4, get you a lot of space, boom, you getting that off. Any hook shots, layups, dunks, forget about it. You getting blocked.
that 2K did this man dirty and made him look like a thumb. And when it came to real life, he really only got signed because he was 7'5", and he only played 3 games. And in those 3 games, he did absolutely nothing, averaging 0.7 points per game.
A triple single.
And that's exactly why after 1 season, he got the boot. But in game, he was as dominant as Prime Shaq. And for his ratings, he had no business being this good. But there was somebody who was even cheesier, even at a 52 overall at
number 9.
At number 9, we have Steve Novak. Steve Novak was one of the lowest overalls in the game at a 52 overall, but it didn't.
2K13 had too many players. Hey, 2K13, a lot of players on this list should be from 2K13. We talking Steve Novak, Jeremy Lamb, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Rudy Gay, the fucking Los Angeles Lakers, the 2013 Los Angeles Lakers. No matter how many times they patched 2K13, they patched 2K13, I think like 4 or 5 times that year. No matter how many times they patched it, the Los Angeles Lakers was always OP on Hall of Fame, bro, for some odd reason.
Matter because he played nothing like it and was super cheese. He wasn't fast, he couldn't dribble, and he was an absolute liability on defense, but none of that even mattered because the man had one of the cleanest jumpers in 2K history. 2K always gave him one of the top 3-point ratings in the game and a super easy jumper to go along with that. So if he was remotely open, it just felt automatic. It honestly felt like he was hitting every shot he took. He was out there hitting game winners.
Beautiful buzzer beater.
And in 2K13, doing the Eurostep glitch with this guy, he barely missed, but he could shoot like no one else in the game. And the funniest part is, he looked more like an accountant than an actual NBA player, which made it even more hilarious when he was dropping so many points.
That's a big-time, cold-blooded shot.
And Steve Novak was cheese at a 52 overall, but who we have next was so cheese that he straight up got banned from the NBA at
number 8.
At number 8, we've got OJ Mayo. If you played 2K in the early 2010s, you already know this man was way better in game than his overall ever showed. He wasn't an all-star, but in 2K, his jumper and animations.
2K10, he was pretty tame. In 2K10 for me, I didn't get that OJ Mayo experience, but who knows? Maybe hey, he was he was getting buckets though, but he wasn't OP or nothing like that.
Made him an absolute problem. OJ Mayo had one of the smoothest pull-ups in the game. His jumper was quick, easy to time, and it honestly felt automatic. And once he got hot, you could score with him from anywhere. You could hit some deep threes, mid-range pull-ups, and he wasn't scared to dunk on a couple guys in the paint either. In these days of 2K, OJ Mayo was an absolute bucket and easily one of the best pure scorers on 2K in general. And the crazy part is, he was really talented in real life. He was drafted 3rd in the 2008 draft, but he was never able to reach his full potential, and that was because he kept failing drug tests and getting suspended. And eventually, he was actually banned from the NBA.
Stay off the weed.
And if you think about it, he's kind of the Josh Gordon of the NBA. Insanely gifted, but off the court issues just held him back. And because of that, we weren't able to see his full potential. But in 2K, he was always one of the best players you could use that wasn't a super high rating. And OJ Mayo gave you straight buckets, but who we have next has always been cheese in 2K at
number 7.
At number 7, we have the Henny God himself, J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith was one of the most iconic 2K cheesers ever. And every single year, he played way better than his overall. He was used.
I say this about J.R. Smith, 2K11 and onward. Yeah, J.R. Smith was a problem. 2K 11 and onward. He J.R. Smith was kind of like OP. I want to say up to like 2K17. 2K17, that's when the J.R. Smith experience was over with. They stopped making him OP. He started missing more shots than anything. Yeah, but from like 11 to 16, yeah, he was a problem.
Usually somewhere in the mid 80s or even lower, but in 2K he always felt like a superstar shooting guard. And the first thing that made him so cheesy was his jumper, because JR had one of the smoothest, easiest releases in the entire game. You could spam threes with him and green almost everything, even the contested ones. And most of the time it felt like the contested shots were easier to make than the wide open ones. And that was exactly how he played in real life. Frustrate you with the easy ones. Did he just throw an air ball? And then drill an impossible jumper in somebody's face. And once he got hot, good luck. Pull-ups, fading threes, off-balance shots, they were all going in.
So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Hey, yo.
Freak man, yeah, that's me. Eat the cat from the back, yeah, that's me. Left your bitch on the panties, yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me. Freak man, yeah, that's me. Eat the cat from the back, yeah, that's me. Left your bitch on the panties, yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me.
Freaky ass boy. You freaky ass little dude. Yo, freaky ass on my Uncle Grave. Bitch, you blacking out on my Uncle Grave. Bitch, you blacking out. You freaky ass little boy.
What? And that's what made him feel so unstoppable and made him one of the cheesiest cards to deal with. And then on top of all of that, he was also super athletic. He had elite dunk packages and he moved way faster than his rating showed. In real life, he was pretty streaky, but in 2K, he was consistently one of the most fun players to cheese with. And that's exactly what made him a fan favorite. That, as well as him in the finals, showing us that anything is possible. And because of that, he will always be one of the most entertaining players to use in any 2K. And J.R. Smith was pure cheese, but the next guy could cook you on both ends of the court at
number 6.
At number 6, we have Andre Iguodala. Iggy was one of those players who did everything in 2K, and that's exactly what made him so cheesy. In real life, he was really good on the Sixers and Nuggets.
2K13, Andre Iguodala was a fucking problem, bruh. If you didn't play NBA 2K13 when he was on the Denver Nuggets, bruh, he was OP as fuck on the Denver Nuggets for some odd reason. Especially after they started patching the game and started updating the rosters and shit, and his overall started going up. Bro, they made him and the Denver Nuggets low-key were kind of OP for a minute.
And he even helped the Warriors win a championship, winning the finals MVP. But he was somehow even better in 2K, and that was because he could shoot, finish at the rim, and clamp up the best player on the floor. And that's exactly what made him so cheesy, because his all-around game made him an absolute nightmare to deal with. On offense, he always had great dunk animations, as well as the strength to bully smaller players. And on top of that, he was getting blocks and steals on defense. And you couldn't even block dunks until 2K14, and that made this man an absolute cheat code. And he was honestly unstoppable in 2K, because he could easily do anything you needed him to. And that's exactly why he's one of the cheesiest two-way players the game has ever seen. And Iggy could do everything, but up next, we have one of the original cheesers at
number 5.
At number 5, we have Jamal Crawford. In 2K, Jamal Crawford has always been cheese. His handles are ridiculous, and on top of that, he has some of the best dribbling animations in the entire game. Size-ups, behind the backs, even step backs. He could create space whenever he wanted, and once he got space, it was already over, because he was also an absolute bucket. And his bag in 2K is unmatched, and he triggers so many ankle.
I'm gonna say this: Jamal Crawford been OP since fucking they put his animations in the game. I think they put his animations in the game at what? I want to say 2K7, 2K8. Ever since they put all his animations in the game, dude been OP ever since. Even after retirement, this nigga been OP, bro. Jamal Crawford has always been about 2K13 and 2K. Yeah, 2K13, 2K14, 15. those were like his super OP years. Like, dog, he was automatically breaking your ankles, bro. If he did his little da 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 on you, it was over.
Breaker animations, and his dribble animations are so good that in most years his signature animations are the meta, and that's simply because they're so unguardable. And 2K didn't stop there, because even though you couldn't stay in front of him, he also had a great jump shot and it was so easy to green, as well as a pretty glitchy layup animation as well. And he wasn't just a bucket in 2K, because he could also give you the work in real life, and he did that so much that he won 3 Sixth Man of the Year awards. And as far as 2K, he will always be remembered as one of the cheesiest players in 2K history. And Jamal Crawford's one of the cheesiest we've ever seen, but who we have next was an 87 overall, but he played like LeBron at
Number 4.
At number 4, we have Josh Smith. If you played the older 2Ks, then you know just how cheese 2K used to make Josh Smith. And in games like 2K13, he was the definition of budget Bron. At the time, he was really solid for the Hawks in real life, but in 2K, he played like a point forward who could do just about anything. And if he got a lane to the hoop, don't even bother jumping, because he had elite dunk packages and would dunk on the whole team. Or if he got a layup animation, he'd carry 3 people on a
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Josh Smith, 2K8. Josh Smith from 2K8 to 2K. Yeah, to 2K13. Yeah, Josh Smith was a problem. Yeah. Yeah, his dunk animations was OP as fuck. The dunk animations would get you always get caught in animation. I used to hate playing against anybody that chose the Atlanta Hawks. I hated you for one reason. Jamal Crawford, Joe Johnson, and the OPS alley-oops and dunks you could do with Josh Smith, bro. If you chose the Atlanta Hawks, you was a big fucking pussy around that time.
shoulders on the way to the hoop. And the craziest thing was, he couldn't even really shoot, and he only had a 66 three-pointer. But that didn't matter because he could do everything else, and he had chase down artists, so he even got a ton of chase down blocks. And in games like 2K13, you could easily argue that he was one of the best players in that game. And what made him so cheese was the fact that he was just everywhere every single time you played him. And that's exactly why he belongs on this list. And Josh Smith was a problem, but who we have next is one of the most iconic 2K cheesers at
Number 3.
At number 3, we have Monte Ellis. Monte Ellis was one of the cheesiest guards in 2K history. And the first thing that made him so cheese is the fact that he had 99 speed. And because of that, it was so hard to stay in front of him. So if he wanted to get to the rim, it seemed like he was getting there no matter what. And that led to so many blow-bys, especially when you're running towards the rim. But speed wasn't the only thing that made him so cheese. And in 2K13, when there was the Euro step glitch, he was one of the best players to do this with because he had
Hey, look, Monte Ellis from 2K11. Monte Ellis from 2K11 to 2K14. Solid player.
gold acrobat. And we can't forget his 360 layup, which was basically unguardable in every 2K he had it. So barely being able to stay in front of him because he had 99 speed. And then if he wanted to drive to the rim, if he hit a 360 layup, it's basically in every time. And the best part, he was only an 86 overall, and a lot of people don't know this or maybe forgot. And part of that is probably because he was so good in the Bucks. Monte Ellis was also the original sidekick to Steph Curry on the Warriors. That was before he was traded.
No, you got it backwards. Steph Curry was his sidekick. Nigga, what the fuck is you talking? This is what I mean, bro. This what I mean, bro. This what I mean, bro.
Get your ass on.
It's the other way around. Steph Curry was his sidekick. Monte Ellis was the man of the team. Steph Curry was a sidekick. Steph Curry was nobody back then, bruh. You tripping.
To the Bucks for Andrew Bogut, who at the time was one of the best centers in the league. But when it came to 2K, he was easily one of the most broken offensive players in the game for years. And Monte Ellis was basically unguardable. But up next, we have a player who was so cheese that players still use his animations in today's games at
Number 2.
At number 2, we have Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay is easily one of the most iconic cheesy players in 2K history. And the main reason, that was his jump shot. And the craziest part is that people still use this jumper today. It doesn't matter.
His jump shot will forever be goated, bro. Rudy Gay jump shot forever be goated. I don't think Rudy Gay jump shot got any love until like 2K11. Around like 2K11, 2K12ish. Yeah, that's when his hairstyle got not his hairstyle, but his jump shot got hella love, bro. 2K11 is when people started. I knew about it since 2K10, or well, actually since 2K9, but 2K11, yeah, that was the year his jump shot took off, bro. It's been the most solid jump shot since, bro. If you couldn't afford Michael Jordan just yet, because you didn't have the VC. Well, back then you didn't need SP or VC for jump shots, but I'm saying though, for 2K13 and upwards, if you couldn't afford Michael Jordan jump shot yet, just get Rudy Gay. You good.
For what 2K it's been, Rudy Gay's base has always been one of the best in the game. But when he was the cheesiest was in the older 2Ks, because not only was he a good shooter, he was also an all-around bucket. And that's because along with his shooting, he was also super athletic, and he had some of the best dunk and layup animations in the game. And on top of that, he had the perfect mix of speed, size, and finishing. And that made him feel way better than his overall. You could run the floor with him, pull from mid-range, catch and shoot, or you could just blow by defenders and posterize people the whole game. And when you pair that with his animations and that top-tier jump shot, Rudy Gay was literally the definition of cheese. And outside of my team, in his prime in 2K, he always sat around 86 overall. But almost every year, he's one of the best players that you could use. And Rudy Gay has one of the most iconic jump shots in 2K, but there's one player who's always been known for being cheese at
Number 1.
At number 1, we have Gerald Green. Gerald Green is the king of 2K cheese. In real
2K14, 2K15, 2K16, Gerald Green absolutely was fucking OP, bro. Especially 2K4. Well, from what y'all seeing right now, he's not OP when you play with him, but I guarantee if you play against him, Gerald Green is pretty much OP.
life, he was always solid and a crazy good dunker. And a fun fact, he actually lost one of his fingers while he was dunking on a makeshift hoop. And when you look at some of the dunks he was able to pull off, it just makes it that much more impressive. And like I said, he was always really solid, but he was never really a superstar. But in 2K, he was easily one of the best players in the game, and he had no problem carrying the entire team. And that's because this man had everything. He always had a high dunk rating, his dunk animations were absolutely insane, and he would get a stupid amount of and ones. But it didn't stop there, because he always had an easy green window, so making shots came easy to him too. And another thing that made this man so hard to stop, if you see him coming towards the rim and you throw a lob, you might as well just get out of the way, because he was catching it and throwing it down every time. And if he was your teammate,
lobs is crazy.
You were throwing him lobs almost every play. But what made Gerald Green so legendary was his all-around cheese. He could slash, he could shoot, he could dunk from just about anywhere, and the most entertaining part was when you had a fast break with him and he could show off his dunks. And the best part is, he was always a mid overall, but he could completely take over any game just by himself. And for most people, he is still one of the cheesiest players in 2K history. And those are 10 players that 2K made way too cheesy. From Simbular bullying people in the paint, to J.R. Smith pulling up in people's faces, all the way to Gerald Green, who made himself the king of 2K cheese. There were a lot of cheesy players over the years, and I couldn't include all of them in one video. So if I missed some of your favorites, let me know in the comments down below. In this one, I try to focus mainly on the ones under 90 overall. I appreciate all the support, and as always, in case you guys forgot,
I'm gonna keep it real with you. There's one player that I feel like could have made this list. 2K, I think 2K15 Zach LaVine. If you know, you know. 2K15 Zach LaVine was a problem. That nigga was OP as fuck. They had to patch him. You know you OP when they gotta patch you. Another cheesy player, 2K16 Steph Curry. You could pull up from half court and green that shit with no problem. And the one that he forgot about the most, that fucking Jeremy Lamb from 2K13, dog. The Jeremy Lamb is the most infamous one, for sure, for sure. But anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one. This is a pretty good video. Pretty good video. See, I'm gonna give him credit. I give the mayonnaise credit when it's due. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like that. I ain't no racist or nothing like that. But you know what I'm saying? When the mayonnaise is mayonnaise, and I gotta call it out.
They put on your sandwich.
Too much goddamn mayonnaise.
But y'all niggas so fucking sensitive, bruh. So yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one. I'll see you all in the next video. This was a good video. The last video, he was reaching. I don't care what y'all say, he was reaching in that video. Like the well ran dry, and that was not Nobody forgot about them things in this video right here. In this video right here, nobody forgot about that. He could have literally just made a part 3 of this. This could have been part 3 of this. Things we wish 2K never removed. That's what this video should have been. But everybody want to sit up here and be like, everybody wants to sit up here and hit the dislike button and be in their fucking feelings, bro. That's cool. Do y'all. Still ain't. Listen, bro, I ain't saying the brother make bad videos, nothing like that. I'm just saying that video was just not it. Nobody forgot about these things. Probably about 2 or 3 of them, yeah, but that whole video, bro, ain't nobody forgot about these things. 2K just don't do them no more. You could have literally just made this video. That would have made a whole lot of sense, but I digress. I digress. Do you? Do you? But this was a good video, though. This was definitely a good video. I'll see y'all the next one. Till then. Deuces.
They put on your sandwich?
Too much goddamn mayonnaise.